welcome back. We are back live for the Ashton Twins Classic 2020 out of the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. We have Ada Leo and Christina Takash doing battle on the table. Going to be a great match. Smash that share button, guys. Let's get it rocking.
Christina getting the better half of the lag there, so she'll be breaking first. And I'll be honest, I don't know much about Christina other than she shoots pretty strong.
She's pretty solid. Just a little bit of a known name in the ladies' professional arena. And welcome back, everybody. We do have the chat lines open on both Facebook as well as YouTube. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. My name is Grant. I'm a part of the furniture here with Q Sports Live. Sitting beside me, the one and only Mr. David Harding. We are your commentators for the day. At least I'm for the day.
Well, I'm here as much as you need. I want to actually say that as well. Just really sorry that Ryan's not doing too great right now, but I am
stepping in.
Very happy to be here, and it's really fun to be back on the mic for a little bit.
No doubts.
Catch up with you.
Yeah. And good evening, Joseph. Neil, how are you?
Kelly Kavanaugh with a victory over newcomer Janine Johnson. Oh, a round of applause for Janine Johnson, finishing her first WPBA.
Who beat Christina in round one? Oh, who was it? Let's look. Where is Christina round one?
She had
it was Kyoko.
Oh, it was
Kyoko Son.
Oh, that was a late match last night.
That was, yep.
Yeah.
And it's my first look at both of these ladies, as much as I've seen on the internet about Christina. I haven't seen Ada perform before.
Yeah, I'm fortunately in the same boat, but that's that's a great start. It's a hell of a kick there.
Nice kick. Unfortunately, the results, she deserved a little bit better. She's now going to have to try and come up with a kick on the 3-ball as well. Round two, that was, you bet, Diamond.
Well, she's got to be going 2 rails on this.
I would think top rail, right side rail.
Yep.
Try to kick that 3 into the bottom left-hand corner. And if she plays the weight straight on and perfect, she'll have the shape on the 4-ball. You know, she did not miss that by much, that's for sure. Saw Christina take down Ruslan in Big Russian event when she was 16, for certain. And it should be an amazing match here, guys. If you can help us out, smash that share button. The ladies deserve it. Give a shout out to Joanne Ashton, Bev Ashton, and Autumn Birdsong. They are the purveyors of this event. Have put in an absolute gobsmacking amount of effort and time to make sure that this event goes off without a hitch. Phenomenal job. Room is amazing. And we have some young talent in the room. I see Miss Ariana Lynch playing on table number 2. Or at least out hitting some practice balls. Yeah. We have Vero Menard. She's playing on table 3. Can't quite tell who she's playing against. Krista Walsh playing on table 8. We have Ashley Burrows and Sandy Badger playing on table 6.
Oh, well, Sandy had her next match right away. Well, Christina's looking really solid here. Look how she took her time on that
I
shot.
love it. Such a smooth, sweet stroke.
Nine on the side.
To draw first blood. Christina taking first blood. And here's a look, guys, at all of the sponsors for the Ashton Twins Classic. This is the amount of work that those ladies have put in. And I'll tell you what, do they ever deserve some credit? So if you can, guys, pick a name out on that list. If you can go onto their social media pages, give them some love. Thank them for supporting the sport that we all love. That would be greatly appreciated. A little bit of work went into gathering all those names.
No doubt. That sponsor list reads like a phone book.
Yeah, right? And hugely important, guys. If you can just take a few minutes, go on any of their social media pages, send them a note. That's what more than anything will help to grow the sport, is not only getting those sponsors in, but maintaining them. Let them know, hey, we thank you, we noticed you. Whether you're in the market for whatever their product or service is or not, just give them some love on their social media, and just let them know, hey, we're seeing you. We appreciate the support.
So 8 is dry here on this break. Decent separation. A little bit weird, lots on the rails, right?
Yeah. So more than likely safety from Christina here.
Yeah, no clean pocket for that one ball to go into. So
So she's looking to put the one right down where.
I think she might be putting the cue ball down there. But no, you're right.
I think she's putting the one down there, and then the cue ball on the same side of the table, using that cluster of 4, 3, 6.
Get right behind the 2.
Almost left it clean out. Happy Friday. How's the day gone so far? So far, so good. Let me tell you, Patrick. Some really, really, really talented ladies. Obviously, Ada Leo and Christina Takash doing some battle on the table. Does the 8 come into play? Does she have the legs to get there?
Looks like it. It's a good shot.
Yeah, really nice. And you know these ladies deserve the love, guys. Help us out. Smash that share button. Share to any of the pool groups you're associated with. Share to your own personal Facebook pages. Invite your friends, your family, all your enemies too. We'll entertain anybody. And we do our best to kind of keep track of the comments, both Facebook as well as YouTube. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask away. We'll do our best to answer anything you've got. If we don't know the answers, we'll do one of two things. We'll either find the answer or we'll make up a really good one.
I like that.
We're good at making up answers. Solid hit. Oh, she does make the one ball. Unfortunately, the cue ball finds a home down the side pocket. So that'll give Ada ball in hand. But again, a little bit of work left to do on the table. The 2 to 3, no easy task. Let's have a look and see just how far past that side pocket the 3 ball is.
It's not much past it. That's
Not much
good.
past, but if she gets the right angle, she might be able to take that 3 down to the bottom right-hand corner.
I don't know. That looks like a
It's a tough shot for
big,
sure.
big scratch possibility if she does.
Definitely big. She's got to get the right angle.
I mean, you know, she could try and make the 2 here and draw into the 6 to have the 6 bump the 3. But
Yeah, you're being very flirtatious with the possibility of hooking yourself.
getting shape on this ball is, wow. This is a tough shot.
This is a really tough shot. So if you are tuning in from Russia, share it up. One of
Okay.
your locals playing on the Q Sports live stream. So fairly easy shot here for Christina. A little bit tight into that side pocket, but really natural shape to get to the 4. And wants to maintain a little bit of angle on the 4 to slide over for the 5 ball. Such a smooth stroke. Albino in the subway.
What?
I love it, Edward. I'm stealing that. When you scratch, it's the albino, the white ball down the subway. Taking the long, dark path down to the ball return.
She's taking her time here because she's thinking about how deep she has to draw to be up past that 9 as well and avoid the pocket.
I think she's playing under. Just avoid the 8. Just like that. Came out a little bit far off that side rail. These rails, from what I've heard when Ashley was on commentary with me yesterday, this table plays a little differently than the other ones. The rails on this table are a little more lively.
Okay.
So you'll see when they have little position shots like that they need to maintain a little bit tight. That's where you're seeing them miss a little bit or overhit. Look out, 8. No. Is that 8 now a beach ball for Christina?
Yeah, looks like it. Which is exactly what you were just saying about those rails putting out a little bit of an extra bounce there, huh?
Yeah. On I think from what the ladies are saying, any other table, and she's safe on that shot. She gets in on that 6 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But because these rails are really lively on the stream table, that's why you're seeing a lot of the ladies are overhitting or seemingly overhitting. But it's really that it's live rails. Rooting for Ada, absolutely. Ada Leo. Do I know what Predator model Q Christina shoots with? I don't. Usually I have some bios on the players, but because the last match ran over, and pretty much into this match, I didn't have time to sit down with the ladies and get that. But I'm sure we'll see. I'm sure we'll see one of them a little bit. Well, we're definitely going to see one of them, because one of them are going to go through. Whoever goes through, I'll try to get the...
It's a good call.
Yeah, I'll try to get the... nothing like stating the obvious, right? I'll try to get the bio info on the next matches for sure.
I think it might be one of the Crown Series, but I wouldn't know which model.
I wish it was louder. You know, 8 ball, if you can, just pump up the volume on whatever device you're watching. And guys, let us know. If we do need some more volume, let us know. We have the technology. We can turn this up. She uses a black 4.5. There you go.
Oh, it is a black. Yeah, they added a little bit of color to the black. Their black series used to be basically all Tux Qs.
There you go. Yes, a black 3 with a 314 shaft. Although it looks like a carbon fiber shaft.
That's yeah. She's definitely got a Revo on there. But that might have been a recent switch. We don't know.
Look out. Ooh, very nice. Got a little flirtatious with that bottom left-hand pocket, but...
Well, if that was flirtatious, then Ada was dating it on her last shot.
Yes. Does the 9 come into play? I know she wanted it. A little bit overhit, and again, you're I think that's a result of those lively rails that
Yeah, could
we
be.
alluded to.
I mean, this is makeable. It's not easy.
No, it's one of those shots that you kind of want to punch, but when you punch it, it tends to rattle. These are diamond tables, 4 1/4 inch pocket with Simonis cloth, so you got to hit it dead in the heart. But Christina has the stroke for it.
Yeah,
Oof,
she hit that
wiped
well.
its
I mean,
feet. Yeah.
the key there is not to try and do too much, right? And just take the longer shot on the 8. Because all she has to do now is stop it or float it, and that 9 goes all day.
Fedor Gorst, who beat Christina? That was Kyoko Son out of Japan.
And Fedor, congrats on your recent win, man. Great job.
Such a smooth stroke. I've said it before throughout this match. I'm really impressed with the stroke of Christina. Takes her time. Nine-ball side pocket for a 2-0 lead. Christina over Ada. Very, very well done. And don't forget, guys, we do have our viewer advantage through Q Sports Live. It is $700 Canadian shopping spree. Choose from one or all of the sponsors to spend that on, but spend it how you want it. Spend it all at one or spread the cash around however you want to do it. $20 gets you in it to win it. If you're in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you are outside of Canada and you want in to win, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I'll get back to you with exactly how you can get in to win. We will do that draw live at the conclusion of this event.
And yes, Fedor, Kyoko shot. She shot well yesterday.
Anyone know the score of that match by chance?
Of last night's match, no, it should still be up on the scoreboard.
It is. Yeah, I can. Do they have the scores updated? They don't on here. Doesn't show the scores.
Oh, they're just doing the draw. I thought they were tracking it.
I thought so too. Did it go hill between Kyoko and Christina last night?
It was a late match. I was watching Kim Newsom's match, so I don't really know.
Yeah, Kyoko is top player in Japan. She's one of Paul Pache's proteges. Nice little save. Gets a little jelly rub from the 9-ball. That'll aid in the removal of one of the sponsors of this event.
Yeah, Chris actually makes a lot of products, not just the Accurac, but he makes Great White Chalk.
Oh, yes.
He has several tips as well.
Yeah. So no easy task for Christina here. She gets full in on the 1 ball. The bridge is a little bit hampered by the 5 ball, and she's got to come down for the 2 on the bottom rail here. Now, let's take a look. Does the 2 pass the 6 ball? Just want to give you guys a view of that once this shot's done.
The 2 goes. The problem is on this shot striking down on this ball. Well,
Unless you happen to be Christina and hit it absolute nut perfect. So 2 ball definitely goes by the 6 ball.
Yeah, hitting down on that ball, usually you're taking some of the speed out of it. But she hit it. She hit it great, perfect.
Has anyone used or heard anything good about the Viking Crush Break Cue? I have not heard, nor have I used it. The only one that, well, not the only one. The one that we all have here at Q Sports Live is the T3 Jump Break Cue. And in my opinion, the best on the market, especially cost for dollar value, it being a jump break cue. And typically, with a jump break cue, you get the typical thing, which is it'll either break like a Mack truck, but not jump so well, or jump really well, but not break so well. And the T3 is the absolute best of both worlds. Roger's asking, where's the men's stream? Comment on YouTube. There is an open event running alongside the ladies pro event here. It is streamed through Q Sports Live. So if you go onto the page and you want to watch that one, just scroll down. You'll see that one's covered by Ben Francis.
And Ben's doing a great job over there,
Oh,
because that's
yeah.
really tough doing that on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us, we'll sit at home and talk to ourselves all day, but, we're not exactly sane.
Well, are we as pool players at all sane?
No.
Does
No,
does that really?
I plead guilty.
Yeah, me too. Kurt, how is Christina on the B side? This girl can shoot, of course, but I'll tell you what. There's 50 ladies that entered into this event. It is a WPBA sponsored event, so there's really not a lady in the room that can't hold a cue. There's some huge talent, definitely some young talent. You've got Ariana Lynch, April Larson, kind of rounding out the age-wise the younger of the group. But of course, Kyoko, Ariana, or Christina. You've got Brittany Bryant in the house. You've got Vero Menard in the house. Emily Duddy, the Duchess of Doom, April Fisher. Allison Fisher. Too many names rolling through my brain.
There's, yeah.
Right, and that's just to mention a few, right? But I mean, out of 50 ladies, there's not really one of them that doesn't know how to handle a cue. Yes, Gabe Ben said the men's 9-ball was only on Facebook. That is true. Catherine watching from Portland, Oregon. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, no troubles at all, Matthew. And we do get a little bit of a special deal on those T3 jump break cues. Really nice. Does it have the legs to get there? Needs some legs. She might be able to see the outside edge of that. I don't think she can see to make, but I think she can see to hit.
No, it's definitely not wide open. I mean, she was going for the containing shot there for the cover. And that's pretty close. I mean,
So, sorry, Matthew. Yes, we do get a little bit of a deal on those T3s. So, just send a message to the Q Sports Live Facebook page. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know what that deal is.
well, she's getting down on this like she can see all of it. She kind of swung at that, though.
She kind of did, yeah.
That's a little bit of frustration, or?
Is it frustration, or is it pressure playing a name like Christina,
I don't know.
or a combination thereof?
I don't know. Could be. Could be. I think
Yeah.
Christina, for her ages, is so solid.
Oh, she's rock solid. I think I've mentioned it already too many times in this broadcast we just started. Really, really impressed with the smooth stroke that Christina has.
I mean, her fundamentals are good. She's rock
Look at
solid
that
in her
six.
stance too.
Gonna sit right up on that bottom rail. Well, thanks, Matthew. Happy New Year to you and everybody else that's tuned in. We appreciate you tuning in, guys. And if you are new to Q Sports Live, number one, welcome to our addiction. My goal as a commentator is to take you from wherever you are around the world, bring you from wherever you are into my living room, and entertain you. That is my goal. Although these ladies at the table make it fairly easy to to be entertained. But if you are new to Q Sports Live, make sure you've gone onto our Facebook page or the YouTube channel, hit the like or subscribe button. And that way when we go live again, you'll be notified. You'll have the option to jump in on the stream again.
There's definitely some good safety play going on here.
Yeah, and this is my favorite part of the game. I love the safety play. And for one reason, is I get to pick the brains of those that play safeties better than me and really get a kind of a good look at how to play those lock-up safeties or play those containing type of safeties. Things that normally I wouldn't think about.
I mean, that's a typical example here. She was going for the separation for the distance, but she got the cover too.
The score on table 3, Vero Menard leading 3-0. There you go. Here's the answer to the riddle, David. Knowing and having played versus Ada on a regular basis, I think she's just too excited to be playing Christina.
Okay.
And that's definitely part of it,
Sure.
right? I mean, you don't. How often do you get to play against the likes of Christina Takash? How many times in your pool career are you going to have that opportunity?
Well,
So I get that. I understand that excitement.
I usually play men's events, so I don't ever get the chance, but I'd like to.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, she has played some mixed events as well, so she shoots that strong. It doesn't really matter about that open field events.
Do we know where Christina's from? She's from Russia. And again, Christina looking good here. We'll see how she decides to play this. If she's going to try to slow roll or draw up on top, the other option is to put a little mustard on it, go back and forth across.
I think she wants to be below it.
I do too, because it's natural stun shape. Or you can just bump it into perfection.
I like that.
How's that? How's that for the answer to the riddle?
She knew exactly what she was doing there.
She sure did. She looked at it. So that was not a fluke. That was not a good jelly rub. She looked at exactly where that was.
And when you can do that with that much confidence, that's pretty strong, I tell you that.
Wow. Taking it to task. 3-0.
So if Christina's shooting this way, then I'm kind of sad that I missed seeing Kyoko's match last night against her.
Yeah, right.
Kyoko
Kyoko
must be
shoots
shooting
strong. Right, and the other one I was impressed with yesterday was Lena.
Yeah, you
I'll
mentioned I
tell
missed
you
that one too.
what.
You said she was strong, so
She was shooting the lights off everything. Took her match, pinned it to the wall like a 1980s poster. It was phenomenal to watch. Love to see it. We'll give a quick shout out to one of the sponsors of the event, Bubble Mania Cafe, guys. They are located here, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. If you walk in, mention that you are a Q Sports Live viewer and the Ashton Twins Classic, they're going to give you 10% off your order. Yeah, and Chadwick, we could have done that, but I know with the WPBA, they don't really follow, I don't think, the Fargo rate system. They kind of have their own ranking system, so not really applicable.
yeah, I'm sure that most of the ladies here have a Fargo rating. It's just I don't think the WPPA uses it for seeding or anything like that. I mean, they have their own ranking system for the points.
Yeah, Edward, you know what? If you go on and look at Kyoko, she is pretty highly decorated. She's no slouch of a player, I can tell you. When is Allison playing? She plays at 6:15 tonight. And guys, you're not going to want to go anywhere because even the next match after this on the stream table, Yvette Capo, Bev Ashton coming in to do some battle.
Speaking of home talent.
Yeah, right. Just a little bit. And like I said before, you know, there's really not a bad match.
Oh no.
We could put any match in the room on the stream table. 490 versus 710. Well, sometimes don't let the Fargo rating confuse you, right? The Fargo rating, and don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the Fargo rating because it's a worldwide system. I applaud what it is they're doing. But if you don't play in enough Fargo rated events, really your Fargo rating is not going to be very accurate. Because if you want my honest opinion, the way that Ada Leo is playing right now, she's no 490. She's a little bit above that. Well, and it's Justin. I'll say it this way: his comment on Facebook is it's too easy to sandbag your Fargo. It's too easy to sandbag any rank system. If that's really what it is you want to do, it doesn't matter. It's not a flaw of the system. That's a flaw of the player. If you're looking to sandbag your ranking, check yourself, not the system. Jason, I'm too busy for you guys to have this streamed. Are we keeping you from something, Jason? Hopefully you're at work. That's the best place. Watch Q Sports Live while you're at work. You get paid for it.
It's a security guard's dream, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Look how solid she is in that shot.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
just like no body movement.
Nope.
That's what I'm really impressed with.
Absolutely.
Like
Well,
not just a smooth stroke, but I mean there's no body movement. She
Yeah.
is solid.
Solid fundamentals. And you know what? You saw when Q Sports Live was in Phoenix, this is last year, and there was a young lady there who put on an absolute monster display of what basic fundamentals will do for you. Might be worth checking out.
And if you let the viewers know who that was, they can go back and find or look in the archives.
That's probably a good idea. But my brain is trying to find and remember the name, and I should know.
And you had it last night.
Yeah, I should have this. The bad part is my brain is still asleep upstairs on the pillow. But it'll come to me. It's on the tip of my tongue. If I could stick my tongue out far enough and have a look, I could tell you. Bethany Sykes.
There you go. Yeah. So she go for the cut here, the squeak by the six ball.
That's a tight pocket, but I mean she's got the stroke and the fundamentals to make it.
Well, the cut's the pro shot, not the bank. It was tight though.
Yeah, it was tight.
Just left it.
Yeah, that was Bethany Sykes. Now, listen, I don't generally tell people to go and check things out. If you want to check it out, it's there. There's over 7,000 different streams on the Q Sports Live archive. But that one, if you want to see, now this was her first kind of big event.
Mm-hmm.
She drove, 16 hours to
Wow.
get there. Started with almost no sleep. And the thing I really was impressed with is not only the basic fundamentals, and I mean rock solid fundamentals, but she did it with such class. She's dancing. It really did remind me of Roberto Gomez, that type of kind of fun, jolly type of player. But when she was at the table, just laser eyes and no movement. Perfect fundamentals. And she She won the event.
Yeah, she won the event, yeah.
Yeah. So if you kind of draw the parallel between Bethany and Christina, Bethany's got a pretty strong future ahead of her.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of ladies
Oh,
that
look
have...
out, cue ball, tracking
Wow. That have good...
albino in the subway.
I don't ever use that.
I'm totally stealing it.
I've had a lot of that follow that car and in the drink and
Yeah.
buying at
Chad,
the subway. I don't know.
yeah, Chad is there a bracket challenge? Yes, the brackets for the pros, as it says on the scoreboard, brackets are on CompuSport. If you are looking for the open event that runs alongside this, that is on Challenge.
I mean, someone else who's here that has good fundamentals as far as like being very methodical at the table. I mean, Emily Duddy's a good example. Jennifer Beretta is actually a good example too. She has good, and of course, is Allison Fisher.
Of course.
I mean,
yeah.
there's...
Well, I mean, the Duchess of Doom is the most highly decorated female player in history. Which tournament was that for Bethany? It was the NAPT Division II out of Phoenix, Arizona.
That must have been hot all around.
Andrew, that is on the other stream. So when you go onto the Q Sports Live Facebook page, you'll have to scroll down through the posts, and you'll have to choose the stream for the open stream.
And what was the weather like when you guys were there at that event? Because like last time I was in Phoenix, it was just so hot, man.
Oh,
It's
I
like
love it. I'm a heat monger.
this was
I
too
love
hot
the
when I
heat.
was there. Wow.
Somebody, listen, when I was born, somebody messed up the purchase order. I was meant for southern states and the weather down there. Yeah, somebody messed up the purchase order, so instead I was born here in Canada. So Ada leaving that 7-ball for Christina. Now, is she straight on or does she have a little bit of angle? If she's got some angle, then it's a fairly routine shot. 7-ball straight through, follow up with some off the top rail, back down for the 9 to the bottom left.
It's tough to see from here, but it looks fairly straight. She must have an angle,
Yeah.
like a little bit. I don't think she's got a lot though. Yes, a little bit, just enough.
Just enough. And I really like what she did there. Didn't try to force too much. Just wanted to get to the right side. She'll take the longer shot on the 9. I really like what she does there. Instead of trying to do too much and put too much power in and maybe rattling out that 7-ball, just took what the table gave her.
And I had the advantage of watching her shoot that shot like side on, and I can tell you she didn't move an inch. Like nothing was moving. So solid.
No flinch
So
at
solid,
all.
yeah.
You gotta love it.
Very solid.
And I want to give you guys a quick little run around. I try to do this throughout every match because the 3 girls that put this event on, Joanne Ashton, Bev Ashton, and Autumn Birdsong, they've really, really outdone themselves, put in an amazing amount of effort. But there is your Pro Arena, 8 diamond 9-foot tables. They are one of the sponsors here for the Ashton Twins Classic. Same with the Aramith balls, Simonis cloth on the tables, and lighting above every table. You can see the cards above on the lights for each match. And of course, a ton of seating for the spectators. So I'm going to call on Calgary a little bit, kind of call you out if you are in and around the Calgary area. Make sure you come down, give the ladies the support they deserve. We've always said, hey, we need some bigger events. Well, here it is. Come on down, show some support, buy a drink or two. There are tons of vendors in the room. Richard from T3 is in the house. You've got Nick's Q Innovations in the house. I don't know whether Man Wipes, but there's a few different.
Linda Paltz actually here.
Linda Pulse, yes. So definitely come on down and show some support. Give the ladies the love and attention that they deserve. They've put on a great event. The room is phenomenal. The comments from the pro ladies is this is the nicest setup they have ever played at.
And that's a bold statement.
That's well, these ladies travel a little
They
bit.
travel a lot,
They've,
so I
they've
mean,
been to a few events.
if that's a consensus, then
Yeah. Dave, is there a charge to watch in person? There is for the pros. If you want to come down watch some of the amateur play, you can get into that. But again, if you're in and around that Calgary area, I'm going to call on you. Come on down, pay the money, come on in and watch. How often do you get to watch the likes of the Duchess of Doom, Christina, and all the other ladies, Vero Menard, April Larson, Ariana Lynch? How often do you get to watch these ladies play in your home backyard?
well, I mean, think about it. Think about it this way, right? I mean, it's like, I don't know, somewhere around, like $25 for a ticket, or there might be like a deal for, for a multi-day pass. But I mean, how much would it cost you to go somewhere and see all these ladies play?
100%, right?
Right.
Whether they're, down in the States or
Yeah.
overseas, you just don't get this caliber of players, especially on the ladies' side, in your backyard. Right? And it's great to watch on the live stream, don't get me wrong. I mean, this is, perhaps I'm a little biased. I like the live stream, but at the end of the day, you got to support those that are doing things for this game. Right?
Oh,
If we
this-
want this game to grow, same as the sponsors, right? I put those up earlier and I'll put them up again. The sponsors are so huge when it comes to putting on these events. And the easiest thing to help the game grow is to thank the sponsors. The more, whether you're in the market for whatever their product or service is or not, doesn't matter. Send them some love on their social media pages. Let them know they're being seen. It's the best thing for this game. Anyway, that's my tangent.
Oh,
That's
I
my
agree.
first
No,
and only
I
tangent.
absolutely agree. I mean, it costs to just set up and be create something like this. I mean, building something like this takes a lot of capital, so it can't be done without them.
Yep,
They deserve the thank yous for it too.
they do.
That
And
was
you can actually get a hold of the ladies through Facebook. Just search the Hidden Spot. That is the pool hall that Joanna owns in Calgary, and just send them a note. Send them some thanks and some props for putting on the event.
She's other than this 4-ball here, which she's going to get shape on right now.
Oh yeah, natural shape. She can
Wow.
go 1 or 2 rails to the 4. Wants to have a little bit of angle on that 4 so she can go forward off the bottom rail back up for the 5.
She might take a longer shot here because it's easier to get over that side of the table, but still going to have a little bit of running English on this, a little bit of top left, high left. Yeah, it took a little bit longer shot.
Doesn't want to be straight. She might be a little straight. She might have to
Watch
slow roll
your shoot the
this.
shot. Go to the side camera view.
Side
And just-
camera view it
Let's see if we
is.
can see. You can't see much in here, but watch. Like there's no movement on. Like she is
Let's
just
see the
locked in.
fundamentals.
So solid. Wow.
So good. So good. And I love to see it. So she's looking pretty perfect.
She's got a bright future
get
in this
out.
game, I tell you.
Heath, who put Christina to the B side, that was Kyoko Son. Kyoko Son. Player out of Japan. She is actually one of Paul Pache's proteges. To take a commanding 5-0 lead.
I think she goes on the side with this.
Yeah, I think
back
she's
up, so-
cutting it. A little bit of left-hand spin. Check that top rail.
Wow.
Just under hit.
Okay.
Undercut, I should say.
That's unexpected.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, the way she's been shooting, that's unexpected.
Yeah, rare open table miss from Christina. But Ada Leo now with the opportunity to get herself on the board. Better to be at 4-1 than 5-0.
She's left with a tougher shot, though, for sure.
I think she can kind of punch this forward off that rail. You could even draw back. Missing that side pocket. Oh, no.
Yeah, she doesn't look as settled at the table.
No. And I think part of that is belief. I know that Christina is a bigger name,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps more well known than Ada Leo. But the thing I would say to Ada Leo is the mental game. You deserve to be here just the same as anybody else. Win, lose,
Mm-hmm.
or draw, you've put the time in, you've put the effort in. You deserve to be here the same as anybody else. So, Christina taking a 5-0 commanding lead.
And that's definitely something that weighs on you if you go to one of these events. You know, it's first time. If it's like a first time thing, and you go to the event and you don't perform well, it can really take some time to get over it. Because I mean, everybody has bad days too.
100% agree. And there is the work involved behind the scenes prior to the event even happening. That is a list of your event sponsors. That's what it takes to put on a $20,000 added pro ladies event. That's why I went on the tangent that I did. Those ladies deserve a ton of credit. Nice break from Ada. One, is it going to sit up? It does. Sits up, dressed nicely.
This is pretty open. This is definitely runnable. She
Yeah,
just wants a little bit of right English on this and kind of come down just above this the side pocket down near where her body is, like that. 3-ball in the opposite pocket. 4-ball's kind of a hanger.
Yeah, she's got to get to the 3 first, so a little bit of a touch draw on this 2-ball. 3 goes to the bottom right. Wants to leave herself a little bit on the low side angle on the 3-ball. Take the 3-ball bottom right off that right-hand side rail up top for the 4. Doesn't want the opposite angle. That brings the 9-ball into play.
I think she can still squeak by.
Mr.
Problem
Rod.
is that she's going around traffic now.
Yeah. Mr. Rod Arriagata, Q Sports Live Winnipeg. How are you, sir?
Oh, wow. Wow. Got the
How's
combination
that?
on it, too.
Yeah, that's the way to get yourself on the board. Make it a quick one.
Why not?
Very, very well done. And we do have the viewer advantage here, guys. $700 Canadian to spend any way you like it. One or all of the sponsors here at Q Sports Live. That includes Jacoby Custom Cues, Thumper Cues, Jam Up Apparel, JB Cases, Brutal Game Gear. $20 per pack gets you in it to win it. If you are in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're outside of Canada and would like a shot to win, send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you with how you can get in to win. We will do that draw Sunday evening at the conclusion of this event. That will be done on the live stream for you. Wow. Really nice break. Got a little bit unfortunate that 4-ball kicked the 2. I think that 2 would have dressed up really nicely, but 4.
How many did she make down there?
2 balls.
Okay.
Yeah. One.
Because only the 2-ball crossed the head string. That's what
Yep.
I was
Yep.
watching.
Good point. They are playing a 3-point rule with this event, which means you must have a combination of pocketed balls and balls crossing the head string. So she did make 2 balls off the break, and the 2-ball crossed the head string, so it is a legal break. If you don't accomplish that, it would be considered an illegal break. The incoming player then has the option to take the table, but cannot push out. Or if they don't want to take the table, they can turn it back to the original breaker. They then regain the ability to push out. Mark, draw is in Canadian dollars, so all of our good old US of A viewers you get the 30-some-odd% discount.
Oh yeah, it's
on
like
the price.
$5.
Yeah, that's where you buy two. And yeah, there is no limit on the number of tickets that you can get in on for it.
I think the exchange rate's somewhere around like 70% right now.
Yeah,
It's like a
it's
dollar.
about 30. Yeah,
$1.33 Canadian is $1
Yeah.
US, something like that. As far as I'm concerned, that's why Americans should be sending more money our way, because we've been separate for years.
right. Either that or take Justin Trudeau with you. Send him down there.
Well, I wasn't going to get too political.
Oh
but
well, hey, I'm not getting political. I'm just saying, we could afford a donation to the states.
I'd definitely rather get paid in U.S. dollars.
Oh, me too. Please. Birmingham, Alabama. Thanks for tuning in, James. And I am very, very curious. So we have 443 viewers on Facebook, another 243 on YouTube, almost 700 combined. Where is everybody tuning in from? Where are you hailing from around the world? Your couch does not count. Let us know where you're tuned in from, guys. And if you're a new viewer, we haven't done this one yet.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
If
Yeah,
you're a new viewer
welcome
to
anybody
Q
that
Sports
is a
Live,
first-time viewer.
yeah, if you're new first-time viewer to Q Sports Live, let me know. I'll give you a shout-out.
Oh, she's looking solid on this rack, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit of draw here. Float across with 7. Come one rail out for the 8 in the bottom right. And the 9 in the same pocket as the 7 ball.
Don Hopkins match update. Unfortunately, Don, I believe, is out of the event. But a great showing from her. Florida, Michigan, Minnesota, Maryland, Grand Prairie, Alberta, Charleston,
Oh.
South Florida, Maine, Fargo. Holy cow. This is going quick.
Christina
Delaware,
lost the
Lethbridge.
rock on that one.
She did.
Yeah.
Sandusky, Ohio. Welcome. South Carolina, South Florida, Wisconsin, Minnesota. What do we got on YouTube? Phoenix, Missoula, Montana, Illinois, Cincinnati, Seattle, Pittsburgh, Chesapeake, Iowa. Australia's in the house. Santa Cruz.
Australia's
Bolivia
in the house? Yeah.
is in the house. The dark side of the moon. Very nice, Dwayne. New viewer from St. Lucia. Jimmy, welcome to Q Sports Live. I'd much rather be where you are. Bristol, UK. Thanks for tuning in. San Antonio, Texas.
So is it Maryland there?
Chicago's in the house.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Watching from Little LA. Beals Island in Maine. Very nice. Thanks for tuning in, William.
Beautiful area. I love New England.
Yes.
So Ada's kind of got herself on the 50-yard line here too on this shot.
Yeah, it
she
shouldn't be
has the cut.
Yeah, it's just a slight back cut. I think
She's
she
gonna
could
be
put
able-
this. You got to watch the side
Yeah,
pocket here,
that's
though.
what she's worried about.
Yeah.
It looks like she's going forward, so she's definitely low.
Oahu, Hawaii. Thanks for tuning in,
Wow.
Alicia. Wow, just a little outside. A little bit of a stroke test here for Christina, but she's got the stroke to pull it off.
How far is that off the rail? If it's a little closer, she might go rail first on it. But
Yeah.
no. She's going to have to hold up on this ball, dig in a little bit.
Fairly good
Whoa.
representation all over the world. Look out. Thank you for deep shelves on the diamond tables. Christina taking 6-1 lead over Ada Leo.
What were you saying earlier? Is like almost having the albino in the subway?
Yeah, right. And Stephen, yes, it was Kyoko Son from Japan putting Christina to the B-side. And we'll give a shout out to one of the Q Sports Live sponsors. It is Jacoby Custom Q's, home of the Jacoby Black. Phenomenal hitting black shaft, guys. If you are looking to get your hands on one, we do get a little bit of a deal. Simply send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I will get back to you. I'll let you know what that deal is and how you can get your hands on one.
Good people. Dave
Great
and
people,
Dave
I'll
and
tell
Brandon
you.
Jacoby.
Yeah,
Basically.
Brandon's
Brandon's
done,
a great guy.
Yeah, he's done really well for us.
So what you're watching right now here is, looks like Christina called a break. So the players are entitled to each take a 5-minute break. And Ada's basically taking advantage of the time here to, I think, basically loosen her arm up a little bit, hit a few balls here.
Indeed. And Michael, unfortunately, this is not Ben. This is Grant. Ben and I often get confused on the microphone. We have similar sounding voices. Listen, I don't understand that.
I'm sorry. I've been friends with you guys for years, so
Yeah.
every time I hear that, that blows me away. 'Cause
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys sound nothing alike to me. But
Yeah, we have the same deepness, I guess, in our voice. I'm more, how do I say it? I had a little spice.
I don't know, but I mean, like,
I had a little spice to my.
how does Ben end up with a voice as deep as yours when he's like 4 foot shorter?
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I tend to add a little bit of spice to my commentary.
Ben is extremely knowledgeable, fantastic player, and he's doing a great job right now, basically manning the other booth and doing all the commentary is on his own over there. I don't know if he's had any guest commentators sit in, but
I haven't seen him have a guest yet. Well, Steph.
Okay.
Steph has gone over and helped him out a little bit, but yeah, he's done a lot on his own.
it is very tough to do
Yes.
commentary on your own because you got nobody to talk to.
Yeah. Are you able to practice on a break? Indeed, you are. And you know what? It seems to be somewhat of a controversial thing that, you shouldn't be allowed to. Why? What's the difference between practicing in a match and playing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Right? You want to keep. Listen, if you want to go take a break and we're in a match, should I not have the right to keep my arm warmed up?
It's been
and keep the.
It's been something that's been talked about for many, many years. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, when I used to play years and years ago on the semi-pro tours, like in Europe, our rule was you couldn't. You
Yes.
basically had to take the
Yep.
to take the break with the opponent, or
Okay.
just sit there and wait.
And I'll clarify. I don't mind opponents being able to practice while on break, but if you're shooting and you're in a match and there's an open table next to me, then no.
That was the other one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go across and not pay attention to our match and go practice.
Yeah.
That I'm not a fan of. But if you choose to go on break, then yes, I'm gonna smack a few balls.
Yeah, I mean, I think
And I see nothing wrong with that.
we see it happening more and more. Like when I was brought up playing, it was a no-no. You couldn't practice. You couldn't go hit on another table.
Mhm.
You basically, if you weren't at the table, you were sat in your seat.
Yep.
And that's just the way it was. So I don't know as far as like other organizations, whether like on the Euro tours or they have strict rules against that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't kept up with it.
Hello there from Iowa. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube, Toby. We really appreciate it.
Ada had a decent break there as far as the spread, but lost control of the cue ball.
Yeah.
So, she's
Is
let the rocks
Christina back?
yes, she is.
I can't
yeah.
see.
Yeah,
I got a big monitor in front of my face.
Yeah. No, they've restarted.
Okay, so this is match play.
This is match play. Ada just
Perfect.
broke. She made a ball. She's got a long shot here on the one.
Yeah, one's dressed though. Put that in quite nicely. 3-9 combination. Looks pretty sporty. Who's coming up next on the stream? Some local talent. It will be,
You say it was Bev?
yeah, Bev Ashton.
No, was it Bev and Sandy?
No, it's Where did it go? Right here. Yvette Capo and Bev Ashton.
There we go.
Hello, Jennifer from Montreal, Canada. Any APA, CPA regionals, you cannot practice well in a match. And I get it in league play, but this is not league play. This is a professional event.
Well, I'm fairly sure that if it wasn't legal, either the head referee or one of the ladies would have said something about it by now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with it's okay for here.
It is okay. It was one of the clarifications that I wanted to know. And it is definitely okay. It is allowed. It is a pro event.
So what's she doing here? Is she gonna try and hide behind this 8 ball?
What if the timeout is during a rack? You cannot go on break during the rack. The game must be finished in order for you to go on break. Really nice safety from Christina there. Uses that 8 ball as a virtual beach ball. I do believe
I think it might have
that
leaked
Ada.
out.
Yeah, I think she's got the one rail kick. Costa Rica in the house. Welcome, Alfonso. Does she get the 9?
She was trying for it.
She was flying at it.
She's playing that as a 2-way.
She was. Yeah. Now does
Now this might not be good.
does the 3 pass?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If she thins this 3,
That's what she's looking at.
thin it and carom the 9.
Well, even if you can make this 3 ball get to this side of 4, fairly simple 4-9 combination for Christina.
Yeah, I mean this.
It's a little bit of distance to travel.
I don't know. Does the 3 actually go there?
I'm not sure.
I thought she was just looking at maybe clipping and caroming it, but it looks different on the monitor.
Uh-oh. Wants that on the rail. That brings the bottom of the ball in play and the carom shot. Cue ball off the 3, taking in the 9. Is there the room to do it?
Well,
Is there ever?
Yeah, but if you look at it from here,
Is it ever?
I mean that 3 ball's closer to the head rail than the 9 is. So
It's on. She's on the right side of it. I think she's going to take a flyer. Down 6-1. What do you got to lose?
Well, everything. But she got it.
Just like that. Just like that. That's how you start eating away at the lead.
Well, that was an all or nothing shot there.
It was, right? But no risk, no reward, right? And you know me by now. By now, you know, I'm a fan of kicking the door down on a match. Just get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Certainly, there are times where you have to play the smarter shot and the safety shot, but I'm a big fan of aggressive play. One ball,
nice break.
tracking, drops.
Yeah, and that's
Perfect spread.
That's running a little fast though. I mean, I think she was trying to control that, right? Make the wing ball and have that 1 ball bank up for her first shot.
No
She got a
replay feature.
Long 2 ball.
Yeah. No replay feature. No, we didn't do it for this. Maybe as we get towards the finals, we'll add the replay. But if you really want the replay feature, jump on over to the YouTube feed. There you can do live replay. Just tracked a little bit off. So Ada Leo with a pretty golden opportunity. There's really not a lot of work to do on the table.
No,
It's more control the cue ball, play your patterns, and you can start again,
and
chipping away at that lead.
yeah, she needs to start clawing back here to stay in this. So she needs this rack for sure. And the reason why I say that is because you figure when you're behind and coming back, you might not get a ball.
Mhm.
So you got to accept that. The next 4 racks you might not get all 4 of them. So
Yeah.
you need that buffer, which is why it's time to turn it around right now.
Nice hit, using the 9 ball as a beach ball. That'll sit up nice. And once again, guys, if you are just tuning in, welcome to it. We are live for the Ashton Twins Classic 2020. We are broadcasting out of the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And of course, if you can help us out, hit that share button. We would greatly appreciate it. These ladies certainly deserve a big audience, especially on the fact that this is a WPBA sanctioned event, and we want to give all of these ladies the biggest audience. They fully deserve it.
It looks like we're going to get to see how well Christina jumps here.
Yeah, goes to the short stick.
She's going airborne.
She's doing her Nike impression.
Oh, she got over that well.
She did.
That's pretty close.
Does she get away? She did. A little bit of a containing safety.
Might see Ada play a 2-way here. You bank the 3 down towards the 6, possibly make the 6 and hide behind these 2 balls here, the 4 and 5.
She just goes
She
with
came up real short.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to go the rail to rail, separating safety.
I definitely liked having more distance there. See, that's why distance works better, because even if it leaks out,
Yep.
you're still leaving a tough shot.
Absolutely.
Or a tough hit.
So makeable shot. Does the 4 go past the 8? Let's see. Still can't really tell even from this angle.
It must. She played for it.
Yeah, she played for it, so.
Yeah, it clears. I just had a look. I just had a look down on the table.
You're cheating again.
Yeah, it
You're
clears.
looking live.
It's not super tight either. The problem is that the street she's got to hit it at, she's gonna be rolling.
Stephen, I won't say she's been playing poorly. I'd kind of like those comments to remain on the positive side of the coin, please.
I mean, seriously, unless you've played in a pro event, you have no idea how tough it is to
Never mind
compete.
the pro event. You got a live audience. You've got almost 700 watching you on the live stream. So just a little bit of applied pressure. I think we can be a little bit of understanding goes a long way. So Ada Leo looking good. Maybe claw back another one. Start chipping away at that lead.
Yeah, she needs to let a stroke out here a little bit.
Yeah, I think she needs to take a little bit more time when she gets down into the shot with her stroke.
You mean like on her backswing, like her pause is it's a little quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's back and forward real quick.
Well, you see, I have no comparison, have not really seen her play before, but
Yeah, I haven't either. It's
that's
my
one
first
thing
look.
I would say is
Yeah.
that she doesn't look as smooth on her final stroke, because she looks a little quick on the pause.
She does, yeah. And again, I can't remember who mentioned it earlier, but obviously Ada Leo, one of her favorite players is Christina. So you're kind of playing against...
Playing your idol is
yeah,
is not easy.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So perhaps a little bit excited and you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's, I mean, that's exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Hey, you're welcome, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in, North Carolina. So Ada's starting to chip away, claw her way back in, and that's the only thing you can do at this point. You're taking one shot at a time, one
shot
game
at
at a
yeah,
time.
one rack at a time. Yep.
But at the same time, when given the chance and the opportunity, you really have to kind of step up and take advantage.
You
right?
do,
Being
and I
down
mean,
6-3, you've kind of got to take advantage of opportunities when they're given to you.
and we don't know how well she does that yet because we haven't really seen her like run rack. But
Yeah.
so I mean, I'm sure she's capable.
Yeah. Yeah, huge game for Ada Leo there. Much
And
better to be at 6-3 than down 7-2.
yeah, and if she gets this one 6-4 cushions, not as
it's
bad.
not terrible.
I mean, Christina's going to be breaking on the next one.
Well, and you start to apply the heat back onto Christina, right?
Two games is not a lot though, because it's basically one break a serve. You know.
That's right. Yeah, fade a break and take
Yeah.
advantage and you know, capitalize on your break and you're good. Howdy from Kentucky. Welcome to it, William.
Kentucky. I hear they like some bank pull down there.
they might like a little bit of bank pool down in Kentucky. Ada Leo is a really good commentator as well. Yeah, with a little bit of a potty mouth. Yeah, same as Ashley. Ashley was really good on the stream last night.
Yeah.
But right at the start, dropped one of the F-bombs.
They're with our official PG rating, right?
Yeah.
Was it? Well, it was past the watershed. So.
It was, yes. Scott, no, they through the WPBA. This is a WPBA sponsored event, so through the WPBA, I believe they always play on 9-foot. I can't always say that it's always diamonds all the time. That I don't know. I would assume so. Diamond is definitely one of the sponsors of this event. Same as Aramith. The balls that you're seeing on the table, Aramith balls, they are a sponsor of the ATC as well as the WPBA. And the cloth as well, Simonis cloth.
And those are three of the biggest names out there in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
All of them well established and top quality. Wow.
Look my
Christina.
art at the park. Some strong Irek shop mirrors.
Really?
Evgeny, I'm sorry, brother. If you're looking to sell some stuff, there are much better ways to go about doing that. And that's not the way.
Are you hearing this high pitched whine?
No. Oh, yeah, but that's from out there.
I wonder if
Yeah.
it was like a fire alarm or something. It's just been going on for like 5 minutes. It's
Yeah.
bothering me, but I started to wonder whether my hearing's dying or not. It was
Brother,
like nobody else has said anything
Brother,
about it.
it is
you know?
all in your head, let me tell you.
Well, it usually is, but I like to live there, so.
Yeah. Let's go. Hi, Key Sports Live team. What's going on, Lloyd? How are you?
Well, she's got a chance to run this. Wow. And that's a little bit of a turnaround.
Yeah.
Christina's got some open shots here.
Yeah.
But 2 balls easy. She can draw into the 6 if she wants.
Ray, I'm going to tell you, it's not that I don't want you commenting on what's really going on, but you can do it in a positive manner. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that request. Unfortunately, I've not played on a race on table, but in this event and for WPBA, it is Diamond Tables that are the sponsors, guys. So give them the shout out. They certainly deserve it. And when you're at an event that Race On is the sponsor of, then certainly give them a shout out too, because it is important. It doesn't matter who it is. If they are a sponsor of that particular event that you're tuning into, it's the event doesn't happen without the sponsors. Oh, look at this back cut.
Ladies, just a heads up,
She
the stat
overcut
tonight,
the back cut.
it's related to the HVAC.
That's
and
crazy.
Got it under control, so hopefully that is fixed.
Okay, there's official confirmation. I wasn't just hearing things in my head.
I didn't hear what
He said it was something with the HVAC. that was
Oh.
going on, so.
Well, and so this is kind of coming up a little bit more in the comments, and I kind of want to put an end to it. So I will say this. My tolerance for negative comments is between very little and SFA. So if you can't keep comments positive, you won't be watching Q Sports Live for very long. I have very, very little tolerance for negative comments. There's just no need. There's no need for negative comments.
And that's been
If
a day one policy. So.
Well, no doubt. I mean, I've been that way from day one. If you want to jump on, let's have some fun. Let's have some good times. Let's keep positive comments. We'll have a great time. But if you can't do that, you're on the wrong stream.
And Ada got a little unlucky there again, clipping the ace.
Yeah,
She
sure
just
did.
didn't get enough English to be kind of up
But I
behind.
think the bank is on. I think let's take a look at the side view.
Yeah, just gonna have to cinch it.
It's a little tight, but I think it's all right.
Just a cinch it. That's just not what you wanted to be shooting.
No, it didn't have to be that hard.
But hey, maybe she's been to Kentucky.
That's right.
We'll find out. I mean, the nice thing is if she does cinch this and just focuses on the bank, she's going to have fairly decent shape on the 9. I mean, by fairly decent, I mean, like, it'll cut in the side.
For sure. How old is Christina? I think she's 20. 20? Yeah. 20 years young. January 19th, she'll be 21 years old. She'll be legal in the good old US of A.
Oh, she's legal here in Canada.
She's legal here in Canada.
Legal in Alberta, anyway.
Yeah.
She can get herself in all kinds of trouble if she wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is she going to get away with it?
She needs a rub, so.
I think she's getting away with it. So what do? If you're Christina and at the table staring down at this shot, you've had Ada Leo kind of chipping away at your lead.
I think she goes for the cut here. I think it's thin, but I think she still goes for the cut versus a safe. She goes offensive here.
Well, and I think you're right, because the safety's just as hard as what the shot is. And if that's the case, I favor attempting the shot. Look out, tracking. She is good. Not terrible.
No.
It could have ended up worse. This is a little bit of a more difficult back cut. Back cutting to a blind pocket.
I actually don't mind this shot though. I like this shot
Yep.
myself.
Well, most players are you're back cutting to a blind pocket. Agree with you wholeheartedly, Nathan. Brenda, beside the Christina to catch 6, you'll see an RT9. That is a race to 9. So throughout this event, it is a race to 9 on the A side, 9 on the B side. Really well done. Such nice cue ball control on that shot. Absolute laid up, perfect 9-ball right side pocket for 7-3 lead.
And within about 6 inches from the ball, that's where you always want to be if you can get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, if you had ball in hand, that's probably where you'd put it.
I like it there.
And we'll give a shout out to one of the other sponsors, not only of Q Sports Live, but he is live and in living color here at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino for the Ashton Twins Classic 2020. It is Nick's Q Innovations, the genius of this guy and what he can do to do repairs to just about anything is insane.
Yeah, Nick's here doing tips. He's got some products with him as well. He's got some new chalk with him that I tried out a piece yesterday. It was really nice. He's always willing to talk to you as well. So Ada's going to be looking down here, just probably containing something. She's slipped out on that one too, just a little too hard, a little too thick. I think the ladies will be jockeying for position a little bit here till they can get something that's decent to run. And that's a little short. Christina's trying to be behind the 2-ball there. But still good enough. I mean, the 9's there as a second blocker. She wanted to be buried behind the 2-ball. Ada could try a little bit of, well, she could jump or she could swerve. You know, she could do a little bit of masse, but I guess, you know, it looks like she's going for shorty here.
Scott, I'll say this. When you get to the professional level that these ladies are at, and you can apply the same rule to men, once you kind of achieve that level and that knowledge and the skill, you tend to adjust fairly quickly. And you see that with fairly high-level skilled players. And you look at a guy like SVB, and I'm going to use him as the ultimate prime example. That guy can adjust to a 7-foot, 9-foot, valley, diamond, race on, doesn't matter what the table is. He adjusts fairly quickly, and you'll find that, you know, once you get up to that level of play, you adjust fairly quickly.
That was always the big thing, like when I was playing, you know, basically playing at top level. It was whoever could get the adjustments done the quickest. Usually had the advantage. But there are methods for doing it. Like I did my teaching certification in 2015, and we do teach which I won't go into too much, but we do teach a numbering system for certain speeds on shots, which allows you to standardize your standard stroke to a speed. And once you have that, if you go in and do some warm-up shots on any table, you're going to be able to adjust to being a speed.
Yeah.
To go
Well,
a little bit more heavier, a little bit softer, and you're going to know how you need to hit it for that table,
For
whether
sure.
it runs fast or slow.
For sure. And before I respond to that, thanks Q Sports Live, beautiful live stream in Tokyo.
Oh,
Well,
thank
thank you
you.
for tuning in. And when the higher skilled players, so pro players, whether it's men or ladies, when they try to acclimate to a table and they're on their warming up, this is the difference, or one of the differences between how a pro warms up and how an average player warms up. Average players will go up and just start banging balls.
Hmm.
The pro player is going and testing the rails,
Yep.
testing the speed, and they're taking the shots required to kind of dial in and acclimate to the table.
Yeah, you'll usually see things like a couple of bank shots because they're wanting to find out whether like on a dead bank with no English, whether the table's banking long or banking short.
That's right.
They're going to want to see how the pocket drop is. They're going to want to see whether there's actually a rail that's less lively or more lively than another one, and try and remember that. And it's tough. It's a lot. They're going to want to see, how the ball will transition past the side pocket, for
Yep,
example, going
exactly.
rail to rail.
Yep.
And then they're going to do some standard shots, which are going to help them get in stroke.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's like testing the conditions. It's like going on a test drive in a car,
Yep.
where you might test the brakes and you might test the steering and you might test whatever, the handling, the cornering, because you want to know how that car handles.
Yep.
So
Most people are going to put pedal to the metal and test the engine.
oh, well, I used to sell cars, so yeah, don't I know that?
But yes, my point being that you acclimate fairly quickly. What a nice cut shot. Had the perfect weight on that. I think if she hits that a little bit harder, maybe that kind of rattles into that pocket, but she hit that at a really nice speed.
It's a nice touch. She's going to be going across here, because she needs to be fairly close to this rail that she's at for the 6 ball. Oh, she's going for the bank. Or does it cut? Maybe it cuts. That's a thin cut if it does, but
Yeah, well, let's look at it on the other view.
yeah, it must cut. I mean, it's steep.
It's tight.
I can't
But
tell how
it's
close the rail
cuttable.
it is. That's the problem.
The problem is controlling the cue ball afterwards. So do you go down 2 rails?
Oh yeah, you
Off the
got
side
to
rail and
let the
rail
cue
back
ball
out?
run on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Or
right draw.
inside?
Oh wow!
Inside,
Yeah, she
yeah.
killed it all the way inside. I like that.
That's a great shot. And again, that's table knowledge, knowing that you can kill that ball, use that inside spin to come off the rails of a diamond table, and it actually take. I wouldn't play that on a valley table.
No.
Lena and Christina have adjusted the best to this particular table, in my opinion. I would absolutely agree with you, Patrick. So it's a combination. So I know that there's some chatter in the room about the breaking rules. It is a combination. So it's called a 3-point rule, where a combination of pocketed balls and balls past the head string. So if you sink 2 balls, you only need 1 past the head string. Sink 1, you need 2. Come up dry, you need 3 balls past the head string. Or just make it easy and make 3 balls off the break. Christina on the hill.
Yeah, this is
Hello, Steve.
very, very tough to come back from now.
It is. It is. With a player like Christina in tough, especially on alternate break. And we'll give a quick shout out to one of Calgary's sponsors for Q Sports Live, Mike Burton. And the Mike Burton home team, Remax Realty Professionals.
I will give Ada credit here. She's staying very composed.
She is, yeah.
I mean, it's tough to not get frustrated, or to show your frustration. If you're behind by this much. So if she's actually staying focused still in the moment and accepting things as they are, and just at the table to still do her job, she may still turn this around. It could happen.
Jody says, Q Sports Live, I always do a through rail bank shot to test the speed on tables. I have never played. Yeah. And you'll see that the pros kind of have a variety of those type of shots. Run some down the rails, see where the table is playing level. There's a few little shots that they'll come out with. Just make the 9 call it good. That is definitely possible here. at the ATC 2020, sponsored by the WPBA. Nines are wild. You make it on the break, don't matter what pocket it goes into, it'll count.
And just as a mention to a local crowd here, Sandy Badger on the table next to us, she's taken a 7-4 lead in her match.
7-4 against Ashley Burrows. Ashley coming up from New York City. If you were tuned into Q Sports Live last night, she did a phenomenal job doing some guest commentary with me. We have Emily Duddy warming up on table number 2.
That's another NYC area
It is,
lady.
yeah, New York City.
Some good shooters there. East Coast is strong for the U.S.
Sure is. I have that problem where my disappointment on my sleeve. So here's the advice that I will give really anybody. If it's true that success breeds success, even if you lose, if you celebrate your opponent's success, you will be more successful because success breeds success. So even when you lose, you win.
Yeah, and that's always, that, just to look at that from another point of view, I mean, that's it. You know what, if you, and this is the way I always try to look at it.
Oh, nice hit from Ada Leo.
Good things happen when you go in the ball.
You get a little aggressive and good things can happen.
But yeah, literally, I mean, you can play perfect pool and still lose a match.
Yes.
You can play very well and still lose. You can play badly and win.
Yep.
But if you always take something away from the table, like if you've learned something, then in essence you're always winning whether you win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the right mentality to take towards a game sometimes. I mean, sure, everybody wants to be competitive. You're going, and nobody signs up for an event. Nobody gets to the table with the idea of wanting to lose. But it's kind of find that silver lining.
Mm-hmm.
It makes life a lot less stressful afterwards.
Yes.
That's the truth.
Scott, yeah, if you snap the 9 in off the break, it is game, set, match.
So it looks like Christina's counting some diamonds here. So she definitely uses a diamond system for rails.
She
for
does,
kicks.
and I kind of tend to think she might go with 2-rail kick here. I don't think she's going to try to 1-rail this.
Well, I like the 2-rail. I mean, that's
too.
kind of the pro route, is coming off that top rail and cutting it back, because at least then
That's
the cue
what
ball's
she's
traveling
looking
back
at.
down table, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to come in a little high on this and try and cut that cut that 2-ball in.
Mm-hmm. That's good, Grant. Win-win. Can I use that? Of course. Of course, I would encourage people to use it. I like to see people gain success, and whether that's in their personal lives or in pool, and if I can perhaps be a small influence on that, I'm happy. But if you celebrate your opponent's success, if the statement is true that success breeds success, then celebrate it as the same as if you won, right? Because you're not always going to win. Sometimes you win the lesson.
I think it's a lot of it's a lot of with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is
It's all about pool is a lot mental, and once you get up to, and maybe you'll agree with this, as soon as you get up kind of to that high level A player master level or master caliber, there's really not a shot that a pro can make that you can't. But what's different is their consistency and their mindset.
Yeah, and the other thing is that when you get up to that level, it's I just know this from being there. I remember there being like a switch at one point that flipped where the expectation wasn't about like missing the ball was never like that was a rare thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the expectations to make the ball. It's all about shape. It's all about patterns.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about control.
Yep.
There's making the ball is not the big thing.
Yes.
That's the expectation. You don't
That's
expect to miss.
Yep.
And that's kind of a shift when you know that you're getting to a higher level. So she hit that, but no rail after contact.
Yeah. And yes, 3-foul rule is in play.
But I think the biggest thing is, with anything to really progress in this game, is you have to be brutally honest with yourself.
You really do. And that's tough. It's a lot harder
and
than what people think it
It
is.
really is. And that means, being able to stand up and say, yeah, you know what, my opponent just wiped the floor with me.
Yeah, he outplayed me or she outplayed me,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. And that's okay. That just means I got to work harder.
That's right.
But if you try and make excuses for it, then you're not going to find any solutions to be better.
Well, and it's the same thing as tuning into Q Sports Live. This is why we're not exclusive to simply pro players. And there's always going to be something to learn, no matter the skill level. Sometimes it's what to do, sometimes it's what not to do. And by gaining the perspective of both, this is why you look at Efren Reyes, arguably the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And when he was playing in tournaments and finished his match, he would leave the tournament room and go watch amateurs play. Why? The creativity.
Yep, they do
right?
things that you don't expect.
Where you look at a pro player, and like you alluded to earlier, when you watch pros play, sometimes it's rather boring because it looks so easy.
Yeah,
It's just run after
patterns get
run
down,
after
yeah.
run, right? And this is why I think Efren Reyes is the greatest of all times, because he's willing to try things that nobody else does. And he gained a lot of that by watching amateurs play. That's not me saying that. That's Efren Reyes saying that.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, because when you get routined, you tend to play certain shots, even certain opening shots. You'll play to get you back into a pattern that you're comfortable with, which means you start to not learn a lot of new patterns, and you don't, and you overlook certain other patterns, right?
Yeah. Sorry I interrupted you there.
Yeah, it was nice safety
That was
there.
a really nice safety from Ada Leo. Right, fairly easy hit for Christina, but really well executed from.
Yeah,
from Ada Leo.
it's not about the hit though. It's about the control, right?
That's right.
And that's exactly what we're saying there.
Mark, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, Bristol, Tennessee.
I like Tennessee. I've not been to Bristol, but
I'd love to go do a stream down in Tennessee. There's not too many places down in the States that
look at this shot. Wow, that was so close. She was almost dead on for that.
Just caught the horn on it. But yeah, there's not too many places down in the good old US of A that I don't want to go stream. Mainly because it's warmer than here in Canada.
I've been fortunate. Like, I think I've been to all but maybe 4 states, and Alaska and Hawaii are 2 of them. So I've been through most of the mainland stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been to Alaska, certainly been to Hawaii. I've traveled a lot throughout continental U.S., even as a kid, prior to Q Sports Live.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what our family did as vacation. Just travel down through the States and Grand Canyon and the national parks and
Yellowstone.
And Monument Valley and the Painted Desert and the Navajo Reserve and Mesa Verde, and yeah, you guys got tons of stuff down in the States to go look at.
It's actually one of the things I love about that country is that the scenery is so completely varied from one side of the country to the other.
Yeah.
And you go from arid desert to luscious springs. I mean, it's like. And the culture is a little bit different for every state. But shout out to Wisconsin, who apparently rates in like the top 10 for staying home and getting drunk type thing, or going out and getting drunk. I mean, apparently there was a stats a few years ago, and it's like Wisconsin as a state had like the 10 most top towns of where people just do nothing but pretty much drink and play pool.
Please come stream in Michigan in July. Come to Savannah in August. You know what? We'd love to. We travel down to the good old US of A quite often, and we have a truck. We'll travel. If we can't drive there, we'll fly there. So if you run an event or know of somebody that would like to have us come down and do the streaming, simple to do. Get a hold of us through our Facebook page, and we'll get back to you. We'll let you know the details of how we can set it up and make it happen.
Wasn't a bad try by Christina there. She's kind of had a 2-way. She was fairly close on kicking that ball in there too.
And another congratulations goes out to table number 3, our winner, Veronique.
Is the grinder still in? Asks Casey on YouTube. Indeed she is.
This concludes Chrissy's tournament. Go Vikes, Kristen.
Well, Ada hit that ball well. She's got some fight left in her.
She does. This is what I said at kind of the beginning of yesterday, and what we would see from the ladies throughout this event. And it doesn't matter what match it is. I don't think there's one lady in this room, being kind of where they are in the pro ranking system, that would ever give up. Doesn't matter what the score line is. They just don't have quit in them, and I love to see it. They got hearts of lions.
And that's one of the biggest things that'll differentiate even a very skilled player from like a pro player is that basically that heart, right? If you can find it deep down inside, somewhere, some way to keep going, some way to fight back, some way to get back on track.
Yeah. Go talk to Dean. Not sure who Dean. Go talk to Dean? Not sure what you mean, Al. We would love to have you. William, I'd love to go. Would love to go. I love doing what I do. Sitting here on a microphone and doing commentating. It's really a passion for me. I love this game. I've always loved this game. I don't. I've said this, a few times before. Skill-wise, I'm not Shane Van Boning. I know my place. I know where my skill level. I'm not here to fool myself. However, my passion for the game will rival anybody. I love this game, and I want to see it achieve the level and the heights of where it should be. And believe me, I'm working on a few things in the background, talking to the likes of a fellow by the name of Jimmy White and a few others on how we can effectively create some change.
Jim's a super nice guy too.
Oh, really, really.
Had some
Good
time
guy.
here in Calgary as well.
Yep.
With I think Cliff Thorburn and John Jorgensen and a few others. They kind of.
Did I miss the score? I did. I didn't mark up Ada. That was clawing back. Keep doing it.
Oh, she does that another 4 times, and we're all tied up.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Dale. We certainly appreciate that.
So this is interesting. Christina put like an extension piece on her shaft, between the shaft and the butt.
Paul Pache, how can I view the draw sheets for all the events? The Ladies Pro event, Paul, is on CompuSport, and the open events, both the men's and the ladies 8-ball, 9-ball, are both on Challenge. Can I use a website on here? Not sure what you mean, Kevin. If you're looking to promote a product, that's something you're going to have to send in to Q Sports Live. We'd love to do some advertising for it. Send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I'll get back to you. We'll set that all up for you. I've seen you shoot. You're not too shabby. Well, I can hold my own on a table, but I'm certainly a realist. I know I'm no Shane Van Boning by any stretch. I was asking for a good source to learn the diamonds. If you're looking to learn anything pool related, whether it's a kick system, a diamond system, draw shots, any of those types of things, YouTube, phenomenal.
Actually, I mean, if you want to really look into diamond systems, if you can still find them, either the tapes or, because he's passed away, but Jimmy Reed, former pro player, Diamond Jim, we used to call him, had like 3-4 different diamond kicking systems that are fantastic. I would Google Jimmy Reed diamond systems, and you'll probably find everything. Like it's not it's complex, especially because it changes for
Mhm.
he'll use different system for 2-rail, 3-rail, 4-rail kicks.
Yep.
But definitely something where to look. I mean, Christina's looking good here. She wow, yeah. I think this could be all done here, Grant.
Yeah. I like when Grant says challenge.
There you go. There's your winner, folks.
Christina taking it down 9-4, victorious over Ada Leo. A really nice effort from Ada to kind of claw her way back in.
Winner on our streaming table, number 5, Christina Takash gets the
There's
victory
your
over
winner.
Ada Leo.
We appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We're going to do a quick shutdown restart. We will get ready for the next set of matches on the live stream. We're going to have Yvette Capo and Bev Ashton
Local talent, Bev Ashton.
doing some battle on the tables. Don't go too far, guys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you've gone onto the Q Sports Live Facebook page or the YouTube channel. Click the like or subscribe button so when we do come back, you'll be notified. You'll be able to jump on and have some more fun with us on the live stream. On behalf of myself, Dave Harding, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, thanks again for tuning in. We will be back here in but a few moments. What time do that? 3:30, so about 18 minutes from now.
We got 20 minutes. That's all we're getting, huh?
That's all we're getting.
It's a
20-minute
nonstop.
break
It's
time.
nonstop.
Non-stop. We'll see you back here in 20 minutes, guys. Don't go far. We'll see you back.